Hey everyone, and welcome to the Cafeteria Conversations podcast, where we talk about the nitty-gritty aspects of student life. We have new episodes every other Monday. Make sure to check us out on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Hope you stick around. Hi everyone, and welcome to another Cafeteria Conversation. I'm Maxwell, and today we have all 7 of us here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a special episode because it is the new year.
Yay!
We made it through 2020. It's
Yay!
2021. So this episode is going to be a little bit of recap and reflection, talking about what we want to do moving forward with the podcast, some goals of ours, and just like individual goals as well. So I want to start off by asking, I know this is very stereotypical, but do you guys have any New Year's resolutions that you want to try continuing on for more than 1 week into the year?
I was gonna say like I want to work out, I want to go on a diet, but I can't really say that after you said that would last more than a week.
Oh, those are still valid.
They're still valid. I want to try, but am I realistically gonna do them for over a week? Probably not. But something that I do want to take into 2021 is, or at least I want to try more often in 2021, is I guess more like creative things, Like I work a lot on like athletic and like academic stuff, but I want to kind of try more creative things such as like painting, drawing, songwriting, stuff like that, and do it more often. Because I think it'd be fun, and I find it's relaxing really. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. I No, it's okay.
Oh, I guess mine is like Numbin's more or less the same because during quarantine, picked up a lot of hobbies like drawing, baking. So I guess I want to continue improving in that next year. And also, I got an embroidery kit, and there's a lot of
Nice.
elements.
Embroidery
kit.
So I want to try that. And I guess more like an individual like mindset thing. I guess I want to work on being less disappointed in myself all the time, and like discover new ways to motivate myself other than like I don't know, like a fear of failure.
Yeah.
I don't know, just better mental well-being this year.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get deterred from doing something like that I'm not necessarily the best at. Like I'm not that good at drawing or anything, and I always get really disappointed when it's really ugly. But it's always gonna be ugly if I don't do it. But sometimes it's hard for me to be like, okay, today we're gonna draw. But I'm like, oh wait. But if you draw, it's gonna be ugly. So why are you doing it? And I'm like, oh, okay. Then I'm not drawing anymore today. I want to be able to like work past that and be like, oh, I don't care if it's ugly. At least I'm having fun while doing it, and it's okay if it's ugly.
My mindset with drawing is like, even though I know it's ugly, because my drawings are terrible. Like they're so
They're
bad.
so funny though,
They're
dude.
so funny.
Great.
They're so funny because they're so bad. So that's my mindset. I just draw as bad as possible so they're funny looking, so I can make my money.
I think okay. I know we already talked about it, it's cliche now, but I told myself last year I was gonna start working out more and eating healthier, and I actually did. And I think I've been doing pretty okay with it. I think I definitely could improve a little bit. So I guess 2021 I'd like to do better and continue to work on it. It's definitely like a lot harder than just like, oh, you're gonna work out 3 times a week, you do it. It's a lot of like mindset building and like not getting disappointed when you don't work out 3 times a week. I also definitely want to keep being creative. Like I really enjoy writing, and I was doing a little bit at the start of the winter break, and it felt really good to have a creative outlet, even if I only managed to write like a sentence or 2 at a time, and just give myself more breaks. I think all of us could do a little bit better at giving ourselves breaks from school. But yeah.
Yeah, another thing, especially now that where we live, we're going into our second lockdown, is staying motivated even when you're at home all day. Because I know like sometimes like even when because our school we alternate days going in, so one day I'll go in, the next day I won't. On days where I'm at home, I usually just like join the call, like my class on my phone, and just lie in bed, and like I don't get out until like I stay in bed all day, and I don't want to fall into the habit of like, since now there's a break, I don't have to do anything, like staying in bed till the afternoon and then not doing anything at all, and then struggling to go to class when we have to start classes again. So I want to stay motivated, especially now and like for the year, because I have some trouble doing that. And I don't know. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm like a lifestyle blogger, and I don't know, get like my little glass mug and fill it with ice water, and like wear comfy yoga clothes that are like neutral earth tones. Maybe that'll help me feel motivated.
Yeah, no,
This-
dude, I had the same problem with getting out of bed. Not with, the earth tone leggings and all that, but yeah. I like,
Hey.
especially nearing the end of before winter break started, I struggled to get out of bed sometimes. Like I was out of bed 5 minutes before classes, like most days. So it'd be really nice, like especially during the break and going into before school starts next year, maybe fixing my sleep schedule a little bit and getting up a little bit earlier so that I could try to, get up earlier and accomplish things in the morning rather than just rolling out of bed onto class.
Yeah,
Oh,
like you'd wake like I woke up early once it was like last quarantine.
Once.
Once.
I woke up early once, and like you realize how long your day how much time you have to do
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
Yeah, oh my
you wake up at
God.
like 9 a.m. once, like go to bed like 10 the night before. You wake up and you have so much time to do everything you want. You could
Yeah,
work
oh my
out.
gosh.
You could read a book. I don't read, but you could read a book if you wanted to. You could do
I don't
anything.
read.
Like you have so much time. So it's sleep
Make
schedule.
breakfast for your mom.
Yeah.
Make breakfast for your mom. You could do that
Actually
if you
eat
wanted.
Yeah.
healthy.
Actually,
I think
healthy, dude.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually
yeah.
eat.
3 meals a
Eat
day.
food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was one time during quarantine where I couldn't sleep, so I would pull all-nighters, and I'd lie in bed from like 5 to 7, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna go on a jog and I'm gonna make a smoothie. So at 7 a.m. I'd get out of bed after not sleeping and then go about my day. And you know what? It was pretty like the mornings when you wake up before like most people do and you do stuff, it's
Yeah.
like super rewarding and super productive. But then
You
it's
weren't
like
waking up. You were just awake.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
but then I would crash like that, and then it wouldn't really work because then I still wasted half my day's sleep.
You
But
guys, I remember during quarantine when we would like call and stuff, like you guys, it'd be like 2 a.m. and you're like, I'm gonna make eggs and toast right now.
Oh, that was
That was dinner
I had-
time.
No,
that was
wait.
me.
That was dinner time.
Yeah.
That's
Every single night, at like 2 a.m. I'd have the exact same thing. I have a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch and an Eggo waffle or 2 Eggo waffles every single night. And then once I treated myself, I had a bagel and 2 eggs. It was great.
oh wow.
Wow.
Dude,
You know-
cooking at 2 a.m. just hits different.
Okay,
I
but
don't know.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. I live in a condo, so I can't do anything outside of my room past 10 p.m. because my whole family's asleep. So that's the only reason in quarantine I managed to have a decent sleep schedule, but I was still like lying in bed for half a day. And then I'd have like one day here or there where I would like get up at 7 because I had to go do something with my mom, and I'd come home and I'd get all this stuff done, and I'd be like, it's only 11 a.m. Why don't I do this every day? And then I didn't because I laid in my bed the next day.
Like as fun as it is like staying up late with your friends, making cereal at 2 in the morning after it's like it's not sustainable. So
Exactly.
especially now that like we're still technically at home,
Mhm.
but we still have school in the morning at like 8 o'clock. So it's
Yeah.
definitely not something that we can like keep doing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like I guess the school at 8 a.m. like you have to log into Google Meet. It's much better than last time around. Like last year, grade 11, end of our grade 11 year when we had to. It was just being online because I spent my whole day in bed. I woke up,
Yeah.
I got my little laptop and just did everything in my bed. Closed my laptop, went downstairs at like 4 p.m. for breakfast.
Mm.
And like it was terrible, and like
Yeah.
I had no schedule, and it wasn't good.
It was definitely a lot different last year because our marks couldn't go down, and most people have like they only had like 1 or 2 tests in school, so it's not like there was a lot to like evaluate you on. Like all my like one of my marks is locked at 100, so like I don't know. Also,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
In my defense, my teacher gave us one assignment and then dipped, and none of us could contact her, so we don't know what happened. Also, everything was like at your own pace, so you could like
Mhm.
just kind of like put in half your effort at like 8
3
o'clock at
a.m.
night, and then just
Wow.
like hand it in,
Yeah.
and like just call your friends after and stuff. Because
Mhm.
it was definitely different last year. Because I feel like things didn't matter as much because everything was like in your own pace. B, teachers are okay. They were like a lot nicer. Like, oh, if you don't do it, I understand. You know, it's
Yeah.
okay. It's tough time for everyone.
Unprecedented times.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it doesn't happen again next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
but Yeah, I think I just want to do better with the time I have in my day. Like my mom wakes up at like 6 a.m., goes to bed at 10 p.m., and she gets so much done in her day, and I'm like, dang,
Mhm.
sucks to be me. But yeah.
Emma said that over quarantine, she picked up hobbies. I no, how did you even do that? Quarantine, I was waking up at 2 p.m. The breakfast was at 3 p.m. Lunch was at like maybe 9 p.m. and then dinner was at like 1 a.m. Okay,
No,
there was no regular
lunch was
schedule
like
here.
7 to 8, and then dinner was like
Yeah,
1
okay,
o'clock.
yeah, that's right. Everything was shifted just because of how bad the sleep schedule was. So I
Yeah.
literally did nothing productive. I had no hobby. So that's in the new year. I want to figure out some hobbies. Start putting like when I have free time instead of just sleeping, because my second semester is a lot lighter. I want to figure out some things that I can do in my free time. You know, might have to pick
Max,
up an
let's do
embroidery kit.
embroidery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo,
Hey.
Max gotta-
Maxwell, I
gotta
think
get
your
the-
goal for the new year should be to not sleep on your floor anymore.
Oh, fun fact.
It's very
Max
comfortable
carpet,
sleeping on
and
the floor
Max
here.
sleeps on his carpet on the floor sometimes.
No, I take naps there because then it's less comfortable. So then I have to wake up. It's not like I can just
Why don't
stay
we-
there,
You
right?
spent entire night sleeping on the floor.
I was gonna
That's
say.
not enough.
Okay.
It's okay. It's
Bruh.
okay. It's okay. So
You got a Christmas gift from Kayla just specifically for his floor.
No, I told him.
a blanket for his floor.
I told
no,
him he
I
has
have
to use
not
the
slept
blanket to
on the
sleep
floor.
on his
Okay,
bed.
I have not slept on the floor yet, using it. I probably will
Yeah.
at some point. But the episode title is New Year, New Us. So I guess now we can start talking a little bit about what we want to do more in the new year. So this is going to be a little bit of what we talked about already from our episode 0, the first episode we released. I think one thing that we want to do is get more guests on, because
Mhm.
just to make the conversations a bit more interesting, less like diversify, I guess, talk
Yeah.
about different things through getting experiences of people who like are in those things, experiencing them head on, right?
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
because we necessarily don't really branch off into every single field possible, and that's understandable. You can't hit every list,
Mhm.
Yeah.
everything in your list, but by bringing in guests, hopefully guests that are people who do check off those things that we don't check off, it could help reach a bigger audience for you guys. Like, for example, not a lot of us are going into the arts, but we do have a friend who is. So bringing in our friend and talking about their experiences within the arts and their pathway compared to ours, which is a lot of our is more science related, because a lot of us are going into science. Bringing someone who's had a different high school pathway than us could help some people who are I don't know, maybe you're in grade 9 and you're I kind of want to go into photography. Maybe our guests will help clarify things more than we could.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Just
I think.
overall getting more perspectives on things,
Mhm.
because though there's 7 of us and we all have different perspectives, there's still a lot more perspective than just 7
Mhm.
perspectives on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So getting outside point of views on a lot of things can really help influence discussions and have our eyes open to different point of views.
Mhm.
I think
think-
it would also. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, you can
I
go
think another thing. I would like. I'm hoping that we can get a little bit of our system down. I know in the beginning, especially because we started this right in the middle of semester 1 of grade 12, and a lot of us have pretty heavy course loads. It has been a bit of a struggle for us to organize ourselves and get ourselves kind of where we want to go in the direction we want to go in. And I hope that in the new year we can kind of really just have a firm system in place so that we can bring really good episodes that are something that we can be proud of, and something that we can all put our effort into, and we're this, I'm happy with this finished product.
Yeah,
But
because
that's
personally, I definitely don't want to just pump out videos and podcasts that aren't necessarily our best. Quantity. No, wait, no. What is it?
Quality
over
Over
quantity.
quantity.
Yeah,
Quality.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to focus on making these videos the best we can, instead of just being oh crap, this week we gotta get out a video. Okay, guys, can you
Mhm.
call and just talk? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think the system we have. I enjoy the doing the every other week, because I think I do agree with Ella. I like having time to really sit and think what episodes can we bring that are gonna be something that people will want to hear, and are going to be interesting to other people, because it's not just about us like sitting and rambling, right? We're trying to do something here at least. So
But, yeah, as we get into our second semester though, which starts like February, I know a lot of us do have lighter course load. Yeah, so I think we're gonna try getting some different videos out or podcasts out, and like more content out. Not necessarily podcasts, maybe
Different
like
content,
sub-series. We're just like getting things out there that are still good.
And stuff for like our listeners too. Like, we like to hear feedback. We like to hear what you guys would want to see. Even though we might not have that many like, like fans right now, but we would definitely like to be helpful towards younger audiences, and because we're not that young anymore in our high school lives, we would definitely like to hear what that age range would want to see, so we can be helpful and relevant for our listeners.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. Just like I remember grade 9, like it doesn't even feel that long ago, and it's crazy that like when you're in grade 9, you like saw the grade 12s, you're like, wow, they probably know so much, and now here we are, like a couple of idiots sitting on the camera talking. But like, as much as big of an idiot as we may be, I still feel like there's a lot of
one idiot.
We just combined our
just one idiot.
Like, as lost as we may be to grade 9s, we still have a lot of experience, I guess. Or even grade 10s, or even grade 11s, or just anyone younger than us. Even okay, just letting you guys know, we're not that put together, but it may seem like that, and we'd be happy to kind of talk about anything that you might want to know about what it's like being 17-year-old. So,
but I mean, even if we're not that put together, I think like one of the things we stated in our first episode is that we want to be real and transparent, and like, yes, we got here. Yes, we managed to do all 4 years of high school. Fingers crossed. Yes, it may have been messy, but we still got here. And I think that even if it wasn't like this perfect, cookie cutter pathway, I think there's still knowledge to be gained from that.
Real raw advice.
That even though things haven't been the best always, you can stick through it and you can get what you want to accomplish done in the end.
Especially with obstacles like COVID.
And like Anna and Ella touched on this, talking about what you guys want to hear and advice that you guys want to hear. One big thing that we want to push is more activity on our social media accounts, such as our main account is really Instagram at Convos Podcast. Make sure to follow us. But we want to do more interaction with you guys, asking questions. We want to keep on just not pumping out quality content, but do more things on the Instagram just to get more interaction with all of you guys, and just
because right now we're pretty much only posting like promotional content and like clips of us dancing and like stuff like that. We definitely want to be able to connect more personally with everyone, like posting. I don't want to say like updates on us, but just being able to post things that we can talk about together, like us and the audience. Instead of just saying, hey, audience, guess what? We posted a video. Go watch it.
Yeah. We want to include you in our cafeteria conversation.
Yeah.
So
you're welcome to sit with us at any time. We got a lot of extra
chairs. Come sit with
us. You can have some of my fries. Not all of them, though.
I would love to hear if anyone, like what kind, and I already mentioned it a little bit, but like I would definitely love to hear what kind of content. In the news.
You know what? If you're watching this somewhere, comment below what content you want to see, or just
there we go.
Just contact us and say, "Yo, Cap Combos, I'd love to hear about insert thing you want to hear about," and then we will try to it.
Yeah. So our email's in the description. Our Instagram is also in the description. You can DM us, reach out to us, comment on our Instagram post, comment on our YouTube videos, whatever it be, suggestions, things you want to see us talk about, feedback you have for what we've been doing so far. And I think that's all we have for today. So Happy New Year to everyone. Make sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, We have a Gmail. Contact
We
us.
have a
Reach out.
We have a Gmail.
Yo, Google Drive, bro. Google Plus. Yo, Google
message
Hangout
us on
us.
Google Hangouts.
Google Hangout us.
Okay, thank you guys for tuning in for another shorter episode. We hope you enjoyed our little 2021 New Year's update. Have a great morning, night, day, week, whenever you're listening to this.
Great year.
Great year.
Great
2020
year, guys.
Make 2020 great.
2021.
Have that
2021.
growth
2021.
Wait, what did I say?
Oh,
You said
you said
2020.
Make 2021 great. Okay, have
Bye.
Bye, guys.
a great year, everyone.
Have a nice year, everyone.
Bye, everyone.